Hi, chat. Hi, chat. How you doing? What's going on? What's going on? Is this public or is this unlisted still? It's public. Hello, chatto. Hello, chatto. Hi, guys. What's up? Hold on one second. I'm getting ready. I can't see the chat. I can't see the chat. You can say anything right now and I won't see it. Hello, chat. Oops, let me turn on that. Boop. What's up, chat? How you guys doing? Happy Friday. Can you believe it? We're here. We're here. It's Friday. I see you. What's up? Wow. Meow. Meow. Bald jump scare? Faster than light. Are you just shouting out games? Is that what you're doing? Wow. Faster than light. Witcher 3. Hello, you beautiful bald man. Good morning. What's going on, you guys? What's up? I've been up since 3:45. Oh, you're a gamer? Name 100 games. Okay. Near. Trails in the Sky. Bro, you are drunk, Sticker. You're just saying anything right now. Good day, greetings, salutations. Good day to you. Good day. Good day. Good day to everybody. It's midnight. Bro, go to bed. It's past your bedtime. It's past your bedtime. It's time to close up shop. Thank you, Tim. Epic Beard. Thank you. I'm trying to let this thing grow out at least down to my chest here, my clavicle, my collarbone area. But universal salutations. I hope the cosmic winds blow in your favor today. Indeed, indubitably. It's almost time for dinner. What are you gonna have for dinner? Good day, greetings. No, I can see this. It's been, I can see stuff for out. You don't know what you're gonna have for dinner? That's a tragedy. That should be the most important thing you know about your day. Name 100 games. Final Fantasy 1 through 18. The other stream was great. Lots of exciting stuff for Wuthering Waves, as is always the case. Oh, you're an opera singer? Name 100 operas. I actually could do that. Shall I? Tosca, La Bohème, Manolesco, Le Nozze di Figaro, Cavalleria Rusticana, I Capuletti e Montecchi, The Nose, Peter Grimes, Don Giovanni, Così fan tutti. That's already 10. Suck it. Suck it. How many can you name? Bitch. Just kidding. Oh, you're a streamer? Name every stream. Ludwig. Kai Sanat. I was invited to the Duskbloods network test, so I'm very excited about that. We'll be doing some research. That's August 21st. We'll start that up. So we'll be doing some research to explore some music. I hate that I can't edit messages in the chat. Why? Because you have to be accountable? Or because... Why are you making so many errors? How fat are your thumbs? VGM. 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 Video Game Music Fridays. Doesn't really work really good. Video Game Music Fridays. VGM. We have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. Name one game. Marvel Tokon, which I'm excited to name every bald man. Bald men? Oh, you're bald? Name every bald man on Earth, both fictional and non-fictionac. Yeah, Tokon's cool. I feel you, sticker. I also make too many typos, but I blame my long-ass nails. Okay, grr. Grr. Okay. I had a wild dream I was watching the stream already. I don't know how I feel. This is the second time you've told me I've been in a dream of yours. It's probably one too many times. Okay, grr. Well, I hope you guys are doing great. So we're in our full musical analysis. 1000%. Why do you think I do what I do? For the music, of course. But also because I love video games. But I'm looking forward to, screen grab. I can't. I can't screen grab. You're not allowed to screen grab that one. Good morning. Good morning, Red Car. I took a nap and woke up with your stream on that YouTube put one after. What does that sentence mean? I took a nap and woke up with your stream on that YouTube put stream on, period, comma, maybe. That YouTube put on after a previous. So you didn't even want to be here, Carfissy. Hey, Braveheart, how are you? Welcome in. First time chat over there. Hey, Marco, for your consideration, once you're done with BBS, would you take an extra hour to watch just a spank ache video? A lot of us want you to see them, and they're like 90%. Yes, that sounds great. I'm great, Mohammed. How are you? I'm very good. I'm bright. I'm awake. Hey, I'm still here. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. You know what? Fair. Okay, funny story. So today I went to go pick up the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra. And I go to Best Buy, and as I pull up, there's a line. And I say, there's only one thing, really, that would cause a line to exist outside of a Best Buy. Can you guess what it was, chat? No hints. Can you guess what people would be lining up for at a Best Buy, an electronics store, at 9 a.m.? Pokemon! You got it right. You got it right. A Black Friday? I don't even think that. A Pokemon. Today, apparently, was the Pokemon first starter pack that comes with like 3 illustrations of like a variety of starter Pokemon, and then it comes with a pack of Pitch Black and Chaos Wind. No, what's it called? Chaos Rising. And so I find myself there, and I'm buying a screen protector for my phone. And I go to the guy and I say, "Well, no, they weren't scalpers. They were normal people. It was like families." They weren't scalpers. It was literally, it was also one per person. So I find myself in a situation where I don't know what to do. I have to wait in line. And I say to myself, what would a reasonable person do? There's plenty of inventory. Perhaps I should buy a box. It's like $14, which is MSRP. So I bought a box. What are you going to do? Gotta, gotta feed the, gotta feed the need, Today's Hobbit MTG pre-release. That's true. You're dressing up as Gandalf the Grey today. Did you see the prices for those collector's editions of MTG? Insane. Did I open it yet? Yeah, I got my fire guy from Scarlet and Violet. I got the Scarlet Violet starters. They're actually really cute. But I've officially moved on to Riftbound pretty earnestly, and I have 3 decks that I'm building so I can go to my own personal Nexus nights. I never thought I would be playing League of Legends, but here we are. The most non-toxic League of Legends gaming experience is Riftbound, And it is a total blast. And if you guys are interested in a new card game, I can't recommend Riftbound enough. It's very fun. Here's my pike. This is my pike deck right here. Aggro, very aggro, a little bit too aggro for me. But I'm trying to learn. I'm more of a mid-range player, in truth. I'm a little bit more like, let me sit back and see what my opponent does, but I do enjoy playing aggressively. Pike here is a bit too aggressive. Whenever you tap him and pay 1 rune, you are able to return a unit from the battlefield to your hand and produce a gold token, which gives you 1 energy if you kill the gold token. So it's crazy fast. You can get up to like 8 runes, which is the basic mana system for Riftbound, and boy, I'm really happy I've discovered this hobby. I have to say, not my wallet so much, but me. I'm pretty happy. What games are on my radar? What games aren't on my radar? I have so many games on my radar. Lots. Right now, the big one, of course, that's dawning so soon is Ace Combat 8. Ace Combat 8 is around the corner, as is my 39th birthday. So that's exciting, I guess. The big one for me that's coming up next is Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. We heard some of the soundtrack the other day, and I filmed some for a video. That shit has me on fire. I listened to it at the gym today, and I don't know if I'll even like it, but you bet your ass I'm going to play it because that music was so good. It is unbelievably good. So I'm very excited about that soundtrack. Very excited about that soundtrack, and I have to play the game because I just have to. I'm also very excited for Trails in the Sky SC remake because I haven't finished that. I'm excited about that. Blood of the Dawnwalker, made from the former CDPR devs, the vampire Witcher-esque game. I'm very excited about that. Of course, it goes without saying. We've got ourselves some Valor Mortis first-person Souls set in the Napoleonic era. Souls-like? Hell yeah. As an almost history teacher, I'm right there. All money. It's October 11th, I believe. I'm also really excited, of course, for Ace Combat 8, which I already mentioned. And then at the end of October is Final Fantasy Resonance. Extremely excited for that. Loving this trend of Square ditching gacha games that absolutely suck and converting them into wonderful single-player experiences. My hope is they'll do the same with Nier Reincarnation, so all of us can have an emotional meltdown together. Happy early birthday, a month in advance. Thank you, Braveheart. Gaming should come with a non-toxic label. Remember when people bought things they enjoyed rather than grifting? Yes. I was called a grifter today in my comments, which was very funny. How do I feel about FromSoft going into multiplayer? I thought Night Rain sucked, but it's cool that you like it. I thought it was horrible. I thought anybody would hate it if it wasn't a FromSoft IP, personally. It certainly would not have lasted as long as it has it not been the FromSoft IP. But that's just me being spicy. I checked out League of Legends Classic with one of the patrons, with Wheatloaf, and it was not fun. It was incredibly frustrating and very boring, but enjoyable at the same time. How many TCG have I... What's up, FBI employer? How many TCG have I collected? I briefly collected a little bit of One Piece, but Riftbound is my main now. Riftbound is the game that I seek out every day for at least a round or match, or I'm getting really excited about. So Riftbound League of Legends TCG is where it's at. But I do enjoy playing Magic now, here and there. Heh. Pokemon TCG is great, actually. And the app is incredible. The free Pokemon TCG Live app, amazing. Not a microtransaction in sight. And a great way to play, and very, very fun. AC8's the only thing on your radar? That makes sense. Good morning, Key! I'm a big fan. Can you sign my shirt? Yes, I can. It's not to say that Night Rain isn't neat, because I think that League is neat, but I actually really like League, and I like the lore, and I like the characters, and so on and so forth. But I think the hardest part about League is just like, it's one of those games like Siege, where I love Rainbow Six Siege, but I wouldn't tell someone to pop in for the first time because it's too difficult to pick up, you know. But then again, you have to start somewhere, you know. But that being said, the soundtrack of Night Rain is very good, and also unrelated to what I was just talking about. Night Rain soundtrack is, I think, pretty decent. I'm just waiting for like a really good HD quality Caligo so I can actually play it for people. My only thought about Night Rain that sucks is that it's just so fast. I feel like I can't ever like. Maybe they just play it and get better, but it's so frenetic that it takes the experience of Elden Ring or any other FromSoft and speeds it up so fast that I find it not enjoyable in that particular like sort of that pacing is very frustrating. Yeah, Pokemon TCG Live. I mean, I collected all of Pitch Black on TCG Live, which is what prompted me to want to buy some packs of Dark. I mean, that's the whole funnel, right? But Pitch Black was such a great set and really fun. Cool. I feel like that's the only part about it that I really, really dislike. So I think we'll keep this train rolling. You know that I normally talk for about 45 minutes before, but I want to keep us. I want to have a change, and I want to lock in a little bit better. Of course, Fridays are our chance to, hang out and talk to you guys more. But I also want to keep us on the ball. Not to derail. It's okay. You can derail. Have I already done a non-gamer episode with Doug? No, I haven't. But is he a non-gamer? I feel like he's heard a lot of music. You know what? That's a great idea. I'll email him and have him be a non-gamer. Sure. That's a great idea. There's a potential for multiplayer FromSoft games, and I see it as a concept. Yeah. What did I think of Genshin Impact's Nesnaya music overall? I thought it was very good. I'm afraid to say that because people are going to say I'm racist because I like the Western sounding music. It's not even true. But I like it. I'm excited to hear the rest of it, to be honest. I thought it had a lot of variety. I didn't understand the people that said that they didn't like it, frankly. But I thought it was really nice, to be honest. I felt like it was a return to form. It felt a little bit more complex than Fontaine stuff. I mean, but I say that like Fontaine wasn't necessarily bad. It was just sort of, I was kind of neutral on it because it just felt like regular old classical music, which we've heard a million times. So it's fun. Am I ready for Dust Bloods? I am, yeah. Me lock in on a Friday. I know. I really enjoyed the JSE video, bringing people. JSE? Jason JSE, bringing people on the show. Their music picks. JSE. Being limited to the Switch 2. The Switch 2 is a very powerful little device. Lies of P just came out on the Switch 2, and apparently it's running like a dream. Oh, Jacksepticeye. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, no, I've been trying, man. I've tried. I've emailed like a lot of celebrities. I've emailed a lot of other content creators. They just don't respond. The Jacksepticeye video was such a fluke. And he just happened to be available and happened to like actually be a person of his word and actually responsive. That is genuinely shocking as a creator of his size. Everyone else just does not answer. This is very annoying. Just because I think the conversations would be great, but unfortunately, it's just not. It's just not something that people do. Nesnaya just feels like Fontaine 2 to me. Well, I mean, I think that's fair. I think that randomizers are really fun for FromSoft games. I've actually been itching to do one because I've never done one before, and I think it would be so fun, and it'd be so fun to stream. Also because like I feel like I would react appropriately. You got to Switch 2 just for Ocarina of Time. Man, I can't wait to find out when that's coming out, but I have a distinct feeling in my loins that it's coming out in November. Final Fantasy 14 has been fun on the Switch too. Yeah, it's been great. I mean, it does chug the battery pretty hard, but honestly, I did Susano yesterday. I had a great time. The only problem with the Switch 2 is that I keep tapping left bumper or left trigger. No, left bumper because that's the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 target. So I keep not pushing the right target button for Final Fantasy 14, but I mean, I certainly agree with you. It's great. And also I've been playing on controller for like, 500 hours, I would say. It's only in the last maybe 60 or so hours, probably more than that actually, that I've been using mouse and keyboard. But so for me, it was nice to come back. Have you heard the new portion of tracks Project Aces dropped? When did they do that, Twitch? How generous of Mark. Who's David Gallagher? Riku's voice actor. Yeah, that sounds great. I got to reach out. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 upgraded was so worth the wait. It's been amazing. I keep falling asleep every time I play it. I'm still stuck in the second Titan, but it's been amazing. I've asked Mouse. She's very busy. Did we already do community picks? That's that's next Tuesday. Load times can be a little bit long, Marilyn, but I loaded up into Limsun and maybe it was like 6 seconds. At the end of the developer diary, half hour ago. Hold. Oh, is this the music episode?
セリフもいいし、ゲームプレイも面白いし、すごくいいシーンなんだけど、どこか味気ない、物足りないというところに楽曲が入った瞬間に、さっき話した鳥肌が立つような感動の瞬間が生まれるので、作曲陣には秘密ですけれど、相当大きな力を持ってます。
シチュエーション、今
See, he gets it. You hear what he just did you see what he just said? Music has a tremendously powerful influence on the gameplay experience of Ace Combat.
相当大きな力を持ってます。
シチュエーション、今、自分自身が抱いている感情に合わせるような、そういった曲が
I like Limelight.
実際に流れるといったところが、私にとっては非常に魅力的なエースコンバットの楽曲の理由の一つだかなと考えております。
誰にとってもそのエースコンバットシリーズの中のこのタイトルのこの場面
particular scene or particular Ace Combat, a certain song that carries emotion and experience they personally went through.
みんなにとって
That transforms those songs into something special.
みんなエースコンバットの音楽は
I think that is why people say Ace Combat's music is
ってくれて
special.
るんだと思います。
You know, I'm so excited that like he's been really receptive to every time I've messaged him, he's messaged me back. And I sent him my most recent video talking about Ace Combat's music, and it was really cool because he like shared a little bit of a little story from his own personal life, and I'm so incredibly grateful that I think, based on what I've understood, that the team now like knows that I exist, which is like wow, but also that like they recognize that I I really am passionate about Ace Combat and the music of Ace Combat. So like the fact that Kono, like, I don't know, it's really cool, you know?
全コンポーザーがエースコンバット8のストーリー、世界観、ミッション仕様などを
Thanks, Sean Hearts. I'm so happy.
また弊社および弊社の
I've played all of Armored Core. You can watch me rage. I had a really bad time.
を行っています。そういったプロセスで制作しているため、
We'll just watch this and then move
とても質の高い楽曲が
What's this
作
instrument?
ることが多かったです。
This is like a
シリーズ
Greek.
のトンマナを踏まえた上で、より現代的なサウンドへのアプローチをエースコンバット
That's
で行いました。
I can never remember the names of these. Wow, look at her outfit.
とても重要な意味を持っています。ですので、エースコンバット8のストーリー、世
We
界
drew
観、キャラクタ
tremendous
ーからもと
inspiration.
ても大きなインスピレーションを得て、それを音楽制作に生かしてお
Incorporate
り
those
ます。
elements directly into the music we
今作の
compose.
最大の課題の一つは、
Are we gonna see our goat, Kobayashi
体
san?
験を音響面からどう支えるかでした。
I'm
その
not
ため
trying to
に導入した
flex.
のが プレイヤーの状況に応じて
Focus
音楽
mixing, where the
効果音
balance of music,
音声
sound
のバラン
effects,
ス
and
がリアル
dialogue
タイムに
changes in
変
real
化する
time
フォ
depending
ー
on
カ
the
スミキシン
player's
グです。これ
situation.
によってプレイヤー自身の活躍や仲間との共闘、
That's cool.
物語の重要な瞬間がより印象的に感じられるよう工夫しています。技術面と演出面の両方からエースシリーズならではの英雄体験を支える重要な仕組みになっています。戦闘機同士が高速ですれ違うフライバイ
High
は
speed
エスコンバットを
fly
象徴する
by
サウンドの
of
一つ
aircraft.
です。今作ではこの表現をさらに進化させるため、専任エンジニアとともに半年以上
6
か
months
け
to
て
create a
新
new
しいシステムを
system.
開発しました。速度や方位、距離といった情報をリアルタイムに演算しながら
Speed, direction, and
音速
distance
や
in
ドップラー
real
効果まで
time?
考慮することでシリーズ最高レベルの臨場感と空間表現を目指しています。また高速通過時に発生する空気の揺らぎや
Studied
音の
air
変化を研究
turbulence
し、
and sound
空戦中に
changes.
思わず振り返りたくなるような音のすれ違いを表現しています。ぜひ実際の空戦の中でその迫力を体感していただければ嬉しいです。
ファーストトレーラーでも流れていたメインテーマはいくつかのアレンジがあるんですけれども、これから皆さんが体験するミッションの中で一つなんかこうヒロイズム、自分がやらなければならないんだって刺激される場面があるんですけど、
The music is
そこでその
incredible,
メイ
yeah.
ンテーマのアレンジバージョンがかかった時になんかこう自分がヒーローとして救わなければならないっていう気持ちが最高潮のピークに来て、そこもなんかね自然とね涙溢れてくるんですよ。
Aww.
もしかしたら単純に僕がもう年齢
Maybe it's simply because I'm getting older and I've become more emotional.
でも同じような体験を
I'd be very happy
プレイ
if
ヤーの
players
皆
could
さんも味わ
experience
っても
that
らえ
same
る
feeling
とすご
too.
く幸せだなと思ってます。
メインテーマについてはシリーズの歴史の中でも
The main theme was one of the most challenging to
難航した
produce in the
楽曲制
history
作
of
の
the
一つでした。
series.
メインモチーフそのものは非常にシンプルで力強く設計されていて、
And that's footage
どんなアレン
from
ジやハーモニーにも馴染む普遍的な魅力を持
the...
って
So
い
they're talking
ま
about
す。
variations, it looks
今
like.
作ではこのメインテーマのモチーフがさまざまな楽曲や
Yeah.
シーンの中で形を変えながら登場しますので、ぜひ注目していただければ嬉しいです。
Classic.
さらに近年の作品においてはインタラクティブミュージックという仕組みを導入していま
Oh,
し
this
て、
is the reference to
プレイヤーの皆
Daredevil.
さんのプレイに合わせて曲の盛り上がりが
Even that, like, that's a crazy thing that
そうい
they
った仕
can
組みを
do in
導入
sound
しています。
design now.
エース7でも高い評価をいただいた仕組みを
The
さらに
builds,
発展
this
させ、
builds upon the highly
戦況や
praised
プレイヤー
system.
の
Yeah, 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 with
演出
Daredevil
の変化に
motif,
対
yeah.
してより細かく音楽が追従するよう設計しました。
That's-
そのため単に同じ楽曲を繰り
Instead
返
of
し再生するの
simply
ではなく、
looping the same
プレイ
track,
内容によ
the
って
intensity and
盛り
perception
上
of
がり
music
方や
changes
聞こえ方
depending
が
on
変化
how
してい
you
きます。
play.
音楽がプレイヤーの体験とともに変化していく。
That's really
ゲームなら
interesting
では
from
の
like a
楽しさを感じ
technological
ていただければ
perspective.
嬉しいです。
技術的にいろいろなことができるようになって30年前には考えられなかったレベルのことが今実現できていると思います。
What's this track?
30周年っていうところで特別な作品ではあるものの、ただやっぱりシンプルに音楽の力、ゲームの力、
What's this
ゲ
track?
ームというメディアでお客様を感動させたいっていう思いは30年間全く変わってなくって、特別な思いというよりは30年間ずっと続いている思いっていうのを受け取ってもらえればいいかなと思ってます。
Facile convento preterit Venti per caelo flamtes nobis notiant Tempus
Dude, oh, shit. Oh my god. Wow. That sounds good. That's cool. Sonic Runners, huh? That sounds fun. Sonic Runners was the mobile game, right? I know, I hate when they tease it like that. It's so annoying. That did sound like a Greek, or maybe that's what the particular instrument was there that we heard. So beautiful. Did you really just start tearing up? Really? Wow. That's amazing. Okay, so we have a lot to do, and we're going to do it right now. Welcome to another wonderful Friday Patreon. Non è latino perché sono italiano e lo conosco e lo so. Forse. Forse è latino, non si sa. Forse sarà latino, forse è greco, forse è italiano, non lo sappiamo. Okay, so today we are cooking with gas. Today we've got some really, really fun stuff. Again, I thought I was going to Gamescom in Germany. I'm not, so sucks to suck, but you have me for another week now. So so the game plan is as follows. We will be listening and looking at... What's up? Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. 9 Souls. Mega Man 7. Mega Man 8. Geometry Dash. Double Dragon Neon. Super Castlevania 4. Mech Warriors 5. Mech Warriors 5. Then we've got some Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War, The Journey Home, the Warsaw Philharmonic version. Assault Horizon, Rush. Alabaster Dawn. Hollow Knight Silksong. Escatos, that I don't know. Ridge Racer. The Lamplighters League. That's by John Everett. Monster Hunter Tri. Leighton Brothers Mystery Room. Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Supreme Commander from 2007. Either Z, Harbinger of the End, or Pharaonis from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'll probably pick Pharaonis. Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. Hades, he's back. You're back. And Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. That is the day for today. We're very busy today. Very busy today. So let's just crack on and get started, yeah? If there was an Ace Combat song that you would want remade by someone else, i.e. Mick Gordon or whatever, who would it be? I mean, the problem is I already get that with the Tiberian Sons. But I guess Mick Gordon. I suppose Mick Gordon. I love when I don't recognize a game title and I get to hear new things. My ideal audience member, in truth. So, I've been up since 3:30 in the morning. I'm going to keep my head on straight. Let's get started. Also, I should say, as always, to all of you, whether you're a patron or not, thank you very much for supporting the channel with your viewership, with your enthusiasm, with your excitement. Great people help make things better. So I really appreciate it. Every day there's a new experience on the internet. Every day there's some new comment that upsets me or hurts my feelings. No, it doesn't hurt my feelings because I'm kind of over it. But like, I don't really view, sorry, not hurts my feelings because that's not true. But your support and your enthusiasm and your, wanting to be on a live stream really does help because people make the place. Even the internet and people make the place. And so I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for being such wonderful supporters and for hanging out and, being cool with what I put down. This was awesome. I was telling my wife yesterday, I was like, I love what I do, but sometimes people make it very unfun. And sometimes that can be a real challenge. And I would say I don't ever get burnt out from the work, but I do get burnt out from the people. And it can be very exhausting to even the Emmy Evans interview, like so many wonderful comments. And that was amazing to read. And I was so happy to provide that for you guys. And I'll obviously provide it for myself too. But then there's the occasional like, wow, what a great interview. It's too bad a hack grifter was the one who was doing it. Crazy stuff, or like, wow, this video provided zero value. Crazy stuff, so I appreciate how much support I do receive, and I receive a lot of it. So just thank you so much. So let's get started. Fire Emblem Warriors. It was a great interview. I was very pleased with that interview. It was very fun. I really enjoyed that. It was very, very, very fun. And Emmy, of course, is radiant. You know, you're right. There was so much to enjoy in her conversation, especially because we finally got chaos language like discussed from the source, which I thought was hugely interesting. And in general, she's just such a bright light, you know, and a wonderful person. Hopefully people are going to go check her out in Seattle. So I went to sleep at 3:30 in the morning. Bro. Fire Emblem Three Hopes main theme. This track specifically is the Embers and Inferno version mixed together, so you get 2 in 1, as they say. Yeah, I love that she sometimes will sing kind of to her son if he doesn't feel good or something. It's like so cool. All right, here we go. I did notice that the Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, the second track that Nintendo shared, is the main Fire Emblem theme, which is really cool. It was not in the main theme that they played with that sick guitar, but it was in a subsequent, the next track, which was really neat. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. Love it. Love it. I'm going to try to stop 3 times for each of these just so that we keep her moving because it is pretty long. But I love how this starts. So much. Oh, this is the Fire Emblem theme. Yeah. How's the sound balance, guys? Are we good? You hear me and the music? All good. I don't love Three Houses as a game, in truth, but I really like this theme, and I think. And first of all, I think that this whole thing is so exciting because the way it starts, it kind of builds into this, you know? It's like it emerges like The Simpsons. It emerges out, and all of a sudden you're thrust. Only in this case, it's danger, and it's stress, and it's terrifying. And there's this ebb and flow there of tension. I mean, there's so many little musical things. Hold on, let's go back. So even there, I know that it combines the two, so it'll be a little bit murky, but let's just pretend that it's, you know, at complete peace or whatever. I love this because this starts kind of quiet. Like, it's interesting. It's not just loud. It like has this this kind of subtlety in it that I think leans into the humanity of Three Houses' particular like ethos, right? So even though I know this is the Musou game, the sort of like pseudo sequel. Like, what's really interesting to me is that it's not just bam, 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 bam. It actually kind of dials back. And it feels really introspective, even though it's an action, like it has action momentum in it in terms of its rhythm and in terms of its melody. And it's interesting too, because the melody is quite bright, right? I would say like, that's kind of a, I don't know, Chad, what kind of emotion would you put on that? Because to me that feels like, kind of, it's got hope in it, right? Not to be funny, like Three Hopes, but like there's a sense of like, I think that's youthful. I think that there's energy in it. I think it's energetic, but it's like, I think there's optimism in it. Like, it doesn't sound dire, you know, it doesn't sound exhausted. There's this kind of brightness in it, which is really pretty. Mm-hmm. So speaking of hope and enthusiasm, tender of conviction. Yeah, it's absolutely, it's tinged with sadness. Totally. Listen to the brass actually. So we've got the main melody, which will obviously pull our attention, but the horns are really where. Ba 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 ba. Right? Ba 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 ba. Cool. I mean, that's a really smooth transition up to. Key change into the new idea, and then the rhythm changes. Ta ta, sata, ta ta, right? Wow. Good morning. Oh, cool. So Embers, okay, so Embers into Inferno, and the way that we expand on Inferno is we add the drum set, which is pretty rare. I mean, we really don't get drum sets in like stringed things, which I think is nice. Man, if I had more time, there's like a lot of little stuff that's going on in there that I think is worth like highlighting and pointing out. Like actually like entirely like a lot of things in there. Okay. Hey, Sama, I'm good, thank you. God bless. Yeah, it's a nice melody, isn't it? I really like that. I think it's really it's really just so. It's odd, you know. There are melodies that we hear that I don't think any composer sits down and is like, oh, this is a banger. Like, this is gonna lock in and people are gonna remember it for forever, right? Like, I don't think it works that way. But I think in this particular case, like, I mean, that's crazy. And also like the idea that there are some melodies that we've never heard before that are gonna totally be bangers and we're gonna remember them for the rest of our lives that don't even exist yet. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, music composition is magic. Like, that's preposterous to me. Like, why is that so good? That's like so good. Crazy. I mean, like, that's so cool. Am I right in saying this is giving Ace Combat vibes? Well, probably because of the percussion and the electric guitar. The melody itself it feels a little bit too bright for Ace Combat. But yeah, there's certainly similarities. It's crazier even still that there's so many pieces which could change our lives already, and we haven't heard them yet. I mean, true. That's actually super true. Super true. See, I like the bite in that. That's interesting. That's a really cool little bite right there. It's got a little bit of a really interesting bite there. Bow, 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 bow. Like, this is more Ace Combat as an example, but it feels also like Falcom, I agree. Bow. Da dee da ba 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 da 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 da. Da 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 da. That motif too. I actually prefer the original that isn't so crazy. What is this nice thing you've just said? It's crazy how 4 years on now, how this channel has affected my life. Thank you for all your hard work in creating a space. What the fuck? What have I done? Bro, stop. That's so nice. I haven't done jack shit. I'm just talking about music and having a good time. Bro, that's so cool. Thank you for saying that. That's really nice. Thank you. That's such a thoughtful thing to say. And for all of you non-Japanese game music fans, I got a League video in the chamber. I got a Destiny video in the chamber. I got a Halo video in the chamber, and I have a Deltarune Part 1 playthrough in the chamber. Don't anybody say that I don't cover non-Asian music. Thank you very much. You want early access? As soon as they're uploaded, I can put them on Patreon. Yeah. No problem. I can do that. I can do that. Would Deltarune be considered Japanese music? Yeah, probably. Probably. Oh, you only listen to Korean VGM? Oh yeah, of course. You only watch AI Eevee dancing videos. My bad, I forgot. Sorry. Damn, my bicep is going crazy right now. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm sorry. I've been working really hard. You should make a Joybait video just include just to that's so funny. Listening to the best video game. No, let's see, because then it would a lot of it would be Japanese music. That's funny. Toby Fox is a huge weeb. That's true. All right, Nine Souls. We're back with more Nine Souls. Of course, if you want to watch the entirety of a breakdown of Nine Souls music and like listening to the entire soundtrack, that's on the live tab in YouTube. So this is Nine Souls Collage, throwback to my favorite OST. Here we go. Can I just say, unrelated to this, just as an aside, completely unrelated, but that's why tangents exist. You know, Cowboy Bebop was not a show that I, throughout its entirety of its watch through, that I ever felt like compelled to watch. Like every time I watched it, I had a lot of resistance. And I was like, man, all right, Cowboy Bebop, I gotta do this. You know that when it ended, the last 3 episodes, I'm still thinking about it like a full week later. I can't stop thinking about it. I literally can't stop thinking about it. It is insane to me, and I can't stop. I can't stop thinking about it. Like it hit me in the weirdest way, and weirdly, even though I found most of it boring, I would consider it a top 10er for me, which is crazy. It's crazy because half of it I struggled to get into. But then I started thinking about it and I was like, you know what? Maybe that's the whole freaking point. Maybe it is about the mundanity of life. Maybe it is about the boring. Maybe it is about the, you know, the time, you know? And it's the only anime I've started actively rewatching besides Evangelion. It's crazy. It honestly it's blown me away. The stillness and the sort of like, what do we do with time? What do we do when we're bored? Just unbelievable. Thank you for the hydrate. But the last episode, man, yeah, dude. Crazy. Besides, I still think about it. I've been thinking about it every day. This song is from a Taiwanese band, which is why the languages are Taiwanese and English as opposed to simple Chinese. Great. And honestly, Space Lion. Space Lion is a profound piece of music. Like, Space Lion is crazy. I'm still in episode 10, so to answer your question, Leo, about Samurai Champloo, no, because right now I'm pivoting over to Kill la Kill and JoJo. Hey Fjord, and then who knows? And then Witch Hat Atelier, I think, is in there, but yeah. Anyway, Collage. Here, let's I can't wait to watch it though. So I find this really compelling because I think it's a bold move to start a piece basically in and from silence and sustain a sort of like auditory silence where we can hear and understand and connect with the feeling of space, but also still have some sort of movement. And the hushed quality in this, I think, is very compelling because it, much like what we were just talking about, there's a stillness that's inherent within it that I think moves us quite a bit, whether we realize it or not. It's very beautiful because that's a minute of essentially like stillness, right? Hi, Trix. Congrats on your 180-day stream streak. You've been watching Marco Meatball for almost an entire year. Morning. Hi, Yoshi. Yeah, what's also really nice about this is that it's still pretty pulled back and dialed back, right? Like there's a slow vocals like this are so interesting to me because they're antithetical to what I'm used to as a performer, because as an opera singer, everything was about reaching the very back of the audience, you know, throwing the tennis ball to the back of the theater. Whereas this is much more intimate, it's much more personal, it's much more internal. It's much more of a piece that's about processing and about reflection rather than about declaration or pronouncement, you know? And I think that's a very beautiful and subtle and interesting distinction between volume and how volume makes a colossal difference. You know, if something's loud all of the time, not only can one grow tired of it, but then it also becomes one particular, hey Sankrit, one particular sound, right? One particular emotion. And when we play with dynamic, when we play with different like placement of voice and positioning, we end up with color. And color is colossally important to getting across a message, which is really cool. Didn't know it because I don't play fighting games, but Deadpool's Japanese voice is Dio, so he does muda 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 muda. Oh my god. Well, more reason to play Tokon. I think I read this somewhere, actually. You're welcome, Trix. That's nice. Nice sustain. Thank you. Yeah, and I was just about to say that what I really like about this is that it feels like we build, and as we build, there's a deeper and deeper sense of release, right? Like there's a process of sort of stripping away the barriers, you know what I mean? Like pulling apart, teasing apart the blockages, or especially in the case of Nine Souls, where there's it looks like a lot of Buddhist, probably, was it Hinto? Well, a lot of sort of like getting back to the root core, or the center, or finding nirvana, or finding ways to balance the yin and the yang, and the darkness and the light, and so on and so forth. And the scream there is cool because Taoist, that's right, thank you. What's cool is that there's this desire for equilibrium, and there's a lot of noise to get to equilibrium, and to get to acceptance of impermanence, and acceptance of suffering, and so on and so forth, right? Obviously I'm talking about Buddhist ideals there, so I'm not trying to imply those onto Taoism, but just in general, I know more about Buddhism than I do about Taoism. I was almost a Buddhist, actually. There was a period of my life where I was almost Buddhist. I actually almost became I had a deep desire to study meditation professionally, and go through like meditation training. Meditation was a huge part of my life for about 5 years. This is a collage from Nine Souls, Relsinkin. But yeah, no, that primal scream is really, yeah, I don't think I've ever talked about that publicly. I was very big into Zen Buddhism, and the study of, because I suffered a lot, and I didn't know how to really relieve it. I wasn't taking medication at the time for my OCD. I didn't know I had OCD, and it was through Buddhism that I started to find even an equilibrium of relief. I studied meditation at a Buddhist too. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I had a therapist that taught me MBSR, mindfulness-based stress reduction, and there's this beautiful book that I used to call my Bible, called Full Catastrophe Living, which is by a UMass researcher, UMass researcher named John Kabat-Zinn. And the principles in that are essentially like full catastrophe living is embracing the catastrophe that is life, which is beautiful. And there are wonderful, like, essentially the whole book teaches you how to train. Mindfulness-based stress reduction is usually like a 6-week course that you can take through the book and audio tape and blah, 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 which allows you to sort of embrace the, yeah, anyway, it's really cool. Buddhist monk talks about video game music. Actually, know a guy that became a Buddhist monk. Actually, we were in like choir in college together, and he went and became a Buddhist monk. What I find really appealing about this song, not only is it beautiful and it's got a great rhythm and a great tempo and so on and so forth, but there's also a wonderful sense of trying to find answers and also trying to accept, accept. I think brokenness, and I think like the free fall that is life. That is so often the only thing that feels real. And it doesn't matter what malady, because I don't think no one's fully adjusted. We're all somewhat adjusted, and some of us are more adjusted than others, right? But like, in general, there's this life comes at you fast. And one of the beautiful things about this particular song, but also I think like faith, and I don't really talk about faith a lot because religion and politics, you don't talk about them at the dinner table. Like, it's just not something that's brought up. But one of the beautiful things about faith, and at least in the case of Taoism, or we can go back to Buddhism since I know that fairly well, is acceptance and embracing, especially Buddhism, which is, the concept of embracing suffering, because suffering is all there is. The minute you embrace suffering, you no longer suffer. It's a really powerful and beautiful thing. But this particular sound is interesting to me because I think partly because of the visuals as well. But there is this sense of losing, free falling, and life spinning around you. And some of the most amazing meditations I've ever had were essentially watching. And this concept is very challenging, and I don't think many people even figure it out, or any people figure it out. But the idea of watching your thoughts, I think people think that meditation means no thoughts, but what meditation means really is watching your thoughts. What does it look like to not be attached to anything? What is it like to not be attached to thought as they race on by? And so often we attach emotion and thought as truth. But there's this wonderful concept, and I think it relates to this song, of the idea of like, who's watching the watcher? Like what is inward beyond just the consciousness? Like what exists in what exists beyond your reaction to your own thoughts and emotions? And when you start to watch those thoughts and emotions, suddenly you recognize that within there is this wonderful and complex world that is even more complicated than we may even realize. There's so much in there, because if you're watching your thoughts, who's watching you watch your thoughts? Anyway, it's really, yeah. You're not supposed to attach to any imagery or sound when you're meditating. But I will say, when I was doing some like very deep body scan meditations, or where I was in this like half awake, half asleep state, I saw some crazy stuff. I mean, like, no drugs involved. Like I just really some crazy imagery that has like really made like again, you're not supposed to attach to anything. It's supposed to just exist in the space. But I mean, really, really powerful experiences in my life where we're in this sort of musical setting physically. See you later, Braveheart. Take care. We're getting philosophical. Well, we're talking about music. That's the best part about it. What's up, Aphantasia? Is that where you can't visualize? Hey, Ollie, what's up? It's a great little tune. It's a great little tune. And, you know, not sorry to wax too poetic there, but I will say that, you know, I think good pieces of music should allow us to contemplate, you know? And that, I think that's a really good piece of music. I think that that's a piece of music that, you know, can really take you somewhere. Yeah, I didn't realize. Wow, crazy. No inner monologue? Wow. Tebia. Lagariet. Stream. Bosnia. Pojan. Poja. Lista. I don't know what that means. With all respect, I hope it means something really good. Like, I hope you're having an amazing stream, or you're incredible, and I'm gonna buy a T-shirt. I'm just kidding. I don't know what that means. Your stream is lagging. Please fix it, brother. Stream is lagging. Damn, I thought it was gonna be something nice. The stream is not lagging. Have you considered maybe refreshing? Friend or I'm over here like, maybe they said something really nice. It's fine because I'm looking at the bitrate right now. All right, friend or foe, theme of bass. Mega Man 7. Bass named Forte in Japanese. The lag is streaming. Is a character introduced to be a sort of stronger or better Mega Man? Have I watched Tar? No, I don't want to watch Tar, but also I know the end is just going to piss me off. Maybe we do like a Discord movie night where we watch Tar and I just fucking talk shit about it the entire time. Oh no, I have to go play a Monster Hunter concert. It's so below me. Oh god, a paycheck. Wow. I'm an artist. Shut the fuck up. Even giving his own robot dog named Treble, named Gospel in Japan, to counter Mega Man's robot dog named Rush. He says he's here to help Mega Man. Is he truly friend or secretly foe? Who knows? On the SNES, by the way. I see, Diggly, we're done with Pac-Man. If I streamed on Discord, what? No. Friend or foe? Mega Man. All right, here we go. Bruh. Amazing. So this is that like quintessential. Because there's bass. You hear bass in the bass. Hey, Gabe. Oh my god, they stole the Destiny motif from this. So let me pause right there and just say I find it interesting. Friend or foe, true. But then underneath, you also, obviously you're getting the bass. But what I find really interesting is that musically, the subtext is supposed to say like the invitation of the hero, right? The arrival of the hero, the new beginning of the hero. But interestingly, the bass is actually what causes the suspicion of what the reality is. Like, what is the truth there? And we don't know, because the bass is actually the one that's kind of keeping us kind of like, what? You know what I mean? It's interesting, you know, because it has this subtle sound of malcontent is not the right word, but there's the sound of like, well, I guess it's got this quality in it of like, well, what's actually going on there? You know what I mean? I think it open ends a question. You know, what is really happening there? You know, what is really happening? What? Colon. V. Rusku. Miach. Marco. Colon. For me, the bass got very Metropolis vibe. Yeah, I mean, totally. I mean, it does feel like it's like up busy. You know, I'm looking at the title and thinking of it, but I also read the description. So for me, it does feel like it's very much in line with like, well, this guy is like Mega Man, but something's not right. You know what I mean? It's like a bizarro version. And so I trust him, but do I really trust him? And I think that that's kind of interesting, you know? I got a shout out. Wait, what's this? What? It was Marco got a shout out last night for his love of Ace Combat. I did?
Pat, you're Ace Combat guy.
Yes.
Have you met Marco, the music YouTuber?
No, sir.
Oh fuck, we got to get you in.
So I don't travel.
Wait. Did they do a reaction to an Ace Combat track?
I mean, they're famous for many things, but they're definitely famous for reacting to a fuck ton of Ace Combat tracks.
Well, then I'm sure a lot of people who are aware of Marco probably saw the Daredevil video. He assuredly did.
Probably. I don't know the Daredevil reference, but I'm going to assume. Yeah, no.
Okay,
Marco's a retired opera singer. Marco
Meatball?
Marco Meatball, yeah.
Daredevil is a song in Ace Combat 7.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we need to get Pat and Marco together. If Marco,
listen to me, Garrett. You need to hear this.
Oh my god!
Okay. Ace Combat. The people who make Ace Combat are fucking serious about making their plane game and about how dramatic their plane games is. So Ace Combat 7 was fucking finished. It was done. It was on. It was ready to go on the shelf.
I bought Garrett Ace Combat. I literally bought Garrett Ace Combat 7, and this bitch still hasn't played it.
Who does incredible work, said, you know what? I'm not done with Daredevil. So they delayed the game so that he could finish one track. And that track was Daredevil, and it was fucking worth it. That's the kind of priorities the Ace Combat team has.
Bro, have you heard anything earlier than that?
Yeah, no, I played 2 American 3, 4. I've just played 5.
I need to
I
play
played
3
6.
Japanese.
And the only one I'm missing right now is 0, which luckily enough is going to be packed in with
Bro.
Vive.
Yep. Sure
Look at
is.
these unks talking about Ace Combat.
I'd say like shit kicked in for. I would say shit really kicked in on 4 Shattered Skies
Yeah.
when it was.
I forgot
when
I
it was-
played 4. I recently played through 5 and was like, oh, I never played 4. And then people kept telling me about 4, and I realized I had.
That's cute. I appreciate that. Thank you for sending that over. Blushing. Yeah, I got to email. I got to email Pat. It's. I emailed Pat before. Oh no, I haven't. But I popped into his streams. I think. Sorry, Ace Combat. I'm an Ace Combat show. I really like that Mega Man track. Thank you. That was very fun. So now let's go to Mega Man 8 then. Jumping into the NES to the PlayStation, Sega Saturn. Bass returns to prove he's stronger than Mega Man. Okay. And that he is the ultimate super fighting robot. Is the beard some sort of a requirement? No. I also need to finish Dawn Trail so I can get ready for Evercold. Oh my god, the guys, there's too many fucking games. Like my beef is too moist and my lobster is too. Wait, what? No, that's not the saying. My lobster's too buttery and my meat is too well done. No, the steak is too juicy and my lobster's too buttery. What's up, Draz? Sorry if it's asked before. Don't be ever sorry for asking a question. I won't tolerate sorries. Oh, the only person who's allowed to say sorry is me. I say it for everybody. Have you ever heard the dot hack? I've heard some, yeah. I've heard some, for sure. I think there's one on the channel. Don't eat moist beef. Are you sure about that? Anyway, he wants anyway, can we be professional, please? Jumping from SNES to PlayStation, Sega Saturn, Bass returns to prove that he is stronger than Mega Man and that he is the ultimate super fighting robot. He wants to, but he wants to, but has to. He has to. He needs to prove he's stronger than Mega Man. No matter the. Can I tell you a funny story? The other day, I'm at dinner with my parents-in-law. I was just listening to myself talk while reading this. And my father-in-law goes, anybody ever tell you that you have an incredibly annoying voice? I don't know how anybody watches that shit. And I'm pretty sure he was joking, but we were at dinner. It was like my wife and her parents and me. And I put my head, I actually was like I was like a little bit like offended. And I actually like had to be like, bro. And then he doubled down and I was like, don't double down, Dave. And it was Mary was like, Dad. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, holy shit. And then he realized, because we fuck around, so it's fine. But like, I think he realized, because he was like, he's fine. And then it was very clear that I wasn't fine. And and I guess my mother-in-law like smacked Dave's thigh because I'm sitting down there. And then I looked up and she immediately like stopped. But it was really funny because now I'm going to go see him today. And at the end, he apologized. And I go, don't worry, Dave. It's not like I'm going to hold it against you for the rest of our lives. And so today when I see him, I'm going to be like, oh, wow. It's my annoying father-in-law. What a shock. Didn't expect to see you today. I'm going to keep that shit going for years. Oh, my God. It'd be so funny. But it cracked me up. Oh, man. I was totally caught off guard. It's that father-in-law who hates my voice. I thought I treated your daughter well. Huh. Oh, wow. It's your annoying son-in-law here. Oops. Anyway, it caught me super off guard. But so I was listening to myself say, because Digley here, Digley capitalized, they capitalized the phrases, and I was just listening to myself articulate these. And I was like, yeah, maybe Dave's right. Maybe I am annoying. He has to. He needs to prove he is stronger than Mega Man, no matter the cost. I shall use the rest of this note to share a fun fact that Bass's name I keep wanting to say Bass's. That Bass's name really should be Bass, though, because this is an English problem. Why is it Bass? It's fucking Bass. It's B-A-S. Ass plus a B is Bass. But no, we say Bass. So stupid. Bass now continues the musical theming names, with Proto Man's name being Blues and Mega Man and his sister name being Rock and Roll, respectively. Let's do it. And then I really got to lock it down, though. We have a lot to cover, and it's already been an hour and a half. Everyone's going to fall asleep. All right, here we go. Ba-da-da-da. That's really funny. I don't know Steven Universe. No. Isn't it amazing though? Like, this is like a whole generation jump, and it's something that now we really don't get the chance to really appreciate. But I find the jump in sound, I mean, mesmerizing. Don't you think? Like the way that we increase, we move into the MIDI and what the fuck was that? We move into the MIDI and we move into a cleaner sound that isn't so compressed, and it's really cool how we get this. But also, I also like how in this we still get the bass, but now there's this sense of like, where's my brain going? It looks like I'm losing my skull. Why am I losing my skull? Maybe because there's too much sun. There's this really wonderful momentum in this where you're right. He does have to. He needs it. He needs this. And so you have boo doo dee ba doo ba da dee da ba 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 ba. Right? There's. Wait, is this the dog? Was that the dog howling? Treble? Or forte? It's gotta be. I love that. I love how it sounds so desperate. Well, bro, spoilers. What the hell are you doing? It could be this is the boss battle when bass and treble merge into a dark angel. Bro, how do you know I'm not going to play Mega Man 8? I won't, but just kidding. Fuck Mega Man. No offense. Mega Man is one of the most painful games I've ever tried to play. I don't know which one is even remotely easy, but boy, none of them are. Like, they're incredibly hard. Why are they so difficult? Oh my god, it's pain. Game's 30 years old. Whatever. Mega Man Legend would be pretty cool, though. I'd play that. Mega Man 2 is easy? Bro, don't patronize me. That is not even remotely true. Mega Man 2 has spanked me. There's no way. Mega Man 2 is incredibly difficult. Mega Man 10? You beat Mega Man 2 as an 8-year-old? And what is that supposed to mean? Arlen. The green screen. I know, I just said that. The green screen is doing funny things to my head. I may just get rid of it. Old man? Bro, if you were 8 when Mega Man 2 came out, you're the old man. Hold on. $1988. The illusion is gone. I was in my house the whole time. The illusion is gone. I was in my home. Surprise, I was never in a theater. Old Man Beans. That's the best name. Sorry, I have to fix this now. Hold on. You know, Tom, I think I don't know if you're here, Tom, but I think doubling up on stuff is just not the Marco Meatball way, because I talk too much. So I feel that what is happening, bro? What the fuck? This looks like shit. That's not right. I'm so sorry, guys. This is super scuffed. Stretch. Sorry. Oh, shit. Oh my god. Sorry. Oh my god, that is... What is happening? Just stretch out. Right, there we go, I fixed it. No, you're 41 is definitely not the oldest here. I'm long. The only time I ever will be. All right, anyway, let's go. Let's continue on, shall we? Let's see. Can you go wider? All right, so we got Geometry Dash, base after base. He's trying to breach. EDM goes hard, just like me without the EDM. Oh my god, that is amazing. That shouldn't be that funny. That's immense. That caught me off guard. I love that. That was amazing. In truth though, this would be pretty difficult to analyze because I hate even calling what I do analysis, because like I'm mostly just talking about vibes and like, you know, with some analysis, but I hate calling what I do analysis because I really don't feel that it's analysis per se. So this one will be tricky to do because of the EDM. I mean, I'll talk about it obviously. I like love this clap thing. This shit cracked me up. Dude. That's so fun. I want to hear this remix with Turn Down for What? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what's cool? So this is not necessarily like the type of EDM that I particularly like. Like it's very, I mean, it's very fun, right? But I think I'm much more into heavier electronic music, stuff that really makes me like vibrate, I guess, a little bit more rageful, if you will. But I appreciate the consistency with this. Like it has a pattern, it has a rhythm, and it just flows. And if it just feels really good, you know what I mean? It's really fun. It's really enjoyable. This is the kind of stuff that my wife loves, actually, which is funny. Actually, low key want to embarrass her, but I don't know if she's busy. Mary. No, she's in a meeting. Disregard. She has a real job. It's fun though. Let's go to Finger Dash. Yeah. Did you want to hear some EDM really quick? Oh, you're in a meeting? Yeah. Cancel. Bye. By composer Jake Kaufman, captures the essence of the 80s perfectly. Ooh, I'm excited. No, wait, I'm sorry. Another level, that's a different track. Another level that is also known as Finger Bang. Another track to jam out with while you crave. Oh shit. Is this really what it looks like? Oh, see, this is my jam. Wait, I've heard this. Have I heard? No, I'm thinking of another finger bang or finger jam. Wow, this is amazing. I never used to be like this. I used to be so much more professional. But this is actually who I am. This is actually me. Sick. Oh my god, I love wub wubs. Wub wubs are so good. You enjoy Relax, Marco? Yes. That's me. Oh my god, I would have an aneurysm playing this. I enjoy Relax Marco too, though. Wow, this is incredible. I would love to be good at this. Unfortunately, finger banging has never been my forte. Or rhythm game stuff has like this kind of gameplay has never been my forte. Click more than 50 times. Wow, it really is a finger bang. Wow. I can only pray you're at work with the volume fully loud, fully up. Damn, this is fucking sick. I'm gonna put this on my gym playlist for Monday. I love this. I think it was Mello the other day that like had me on his like phone speaker while like doing something, and they were hearing me like talk about how he deserved a raise or something. Wow, how can anyone do this? This is insane. Although it's making me a little tired. Like, is it over soon? Like, you can't sustain this kind of, like, tension for so long. I mean, it's a very tense... It's exciting, but it's also, like, it's tense. Like, I don't have the brain-eye coordination for this. I suppose it's kind of a rhythm game, though, isn't it? Loosely-ish. Not exactly in the traditional sense, but... Oh, my God. I am tired just watching that. Oh, my God. I need to take a nap. That is crazy. Oof. Powerful. Really, 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 really cool. I mean, I love, and I think this is a prime example of, like, let me try to offer some value. I think this is a prime example of how video games run the gamut of what's possible, you know? There's so much in the space that allows us to like have access to a wide variety of things that will move us and make us, you know, feel challenged or feel inspired or what have you. And crazy track and hilarious descriptions. So thank you. Wow. Yeah, my eyes are currently crossed. Neon Jungle Mango Tango by composer Jake Kaufman, capturing the essence of the 80s perfectly. Yeah, you know, the 80s seem like such a time. I don't think I would have fared well in the 80s. I don't think I mean, I was born in the 80s, but I don't think... Good night. Good night. Wait, what? This is from Neon... Wait, what? This is from Double Dragon? Neon City Streets 2? Wow, this feels like a real song. I'm thinking about this, in this sort of like landscape of 80s soundtracks, and some of you unks might be able to explain this better since you were a more cognizant person in the 80s than I was. I think it's interesting how it's enthusiastic, it's exciting, it's rambunctious, it's also subtle. In a matter of moments, like a lioness out of a dream. Like, all of me. Like, it's interesting how, like, the verse tends to be a lot more subtle and intimate and kind of like internal. And then the character sort of pushes outward. And then all of a sudden it's like, essentially like I'm alive, like I'm excited. Things are great. You know what I mean? There's like a reaching out or like a pursuit of desire. It's really beautiful stuff. I mean, considering this is also like a pastiche, because this isn't not a pastiche, but pastiche is the wrong word. It's a reference to rather than a direct sound, but it sounds so good. It's so vibrant as well. Hey, Lai, how are you?
Like a lioness out of a dream, getting ready to pounce with love and light. Like a kitten young, she would tease him, have him coming apart at the seams, as they dance in the lazy beams tonight. Follow me, your love is calling me.
See, and that's cool because then there we get the verse with the two voices, and as if they're talking to each other. And I wonder too, like, I'm kind of thinking, how she says, "Follow me, ba 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 ba." I kind of wonder if that she talks about like a sorcerer controlling me, and I wonder if it's not the male voice underneath is what they interpreted to be the sorcerer, sort of like luring her in with with magic and stuff. It's pretty cool. Upon my magic mirror, I can see. That is so fun. Wow, this is 1 million views. Double Dragon Neon, huh? Hold on. That's really cool. I really like that. I think it's really easy to take for granted that like we have musical culture kind of all around us, right? And I think we feel it less so these days. But there's this really incredible thing about musical history that it's no different than if someone was taking beeps and boops and turning them into modern classics with that style, or neoclassical, right? Or like, neo-baroque or whatever. This kind of borrowing from previous time periods is something that we've seen for our entire history, as people. There's a desire to reconnect with the past and merge it. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen Midnight in Paris, but it's one of my favorite movies. And just because of the whole like historical aspect of it, and it's so fun, and like it's such a fun, weird scenario that I've often thought about as a history buff, and it's so cool to hear something like this that is, fairly recent, and hear like homage to the 80s, because the 80s feel like they're not that long ago, but they are. They're really long ago. it's really, 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 really cool. And it's fun to hear that. Some SNES magic. Simon Belmont faces off against Dracula. Dracula battle. Cool. So this is Castlevania 4. Wow. Okay. I like how Dracula is terrifying. This is funny. That's amazing. Amazing to be able to produce the sound as if we're being circled upon, and as if we're being sort of hunted, right? But it's like that's very interesting. I think that's really cool because there's also the sound of you know, looking behind you and being afraid. Da, 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 da. That's cool. So then here it like takes off a turn and all of a sudden we elevate, right? Like it gets louder. It feels like it stacks on itself. And there's more like an implicit tension within it, which is really cool. Because it's actually interesting too, because it's somewhat slow. And I find that sometimes in more modern approaches to battle themes, we have a tendency to like go big in order to like really capture the essence of the, you know, the tension and stuff. But there's something about like, you know, imagine what it's like to have like Dracula skulking in front of you, and you are you know, a very strong and capable person because are you Belmont? Yeah, you're Simon Belmont. But you're still afraid. It's cool. Like that's such a neat like little crunch twist. Yeah, I really admire and like how broody that is and how it feels as though like we are really in the fight of our lives, but it's much more about positioning and much more about poise than it is about violence itself, right? Like there's this sense of it doesn't feel like a battle theme at all. In fact, it's really cool. Hey Kirby, how are you? That's really impressive to me. That's a really cool track. Really cool track. Okay, so we got 2 Mech Warrior 5 clans tracks, Empty Horizon and Redemption. The first 2 tracks in the Wolves of Tukia DLC OST are my top 2 favorite Mech Warrior music of all time. This is the first track of 5 in the DLC. And it is a very retro synthwave compared to the metal nature of most Mech Warrior. Oh, cool. Okay, let's listen to this. So this is Empty Horizons. Good. Tukayid. Love the slight covered vocals in the back. Hey, Shadow. I love the sound of the actual mech kind of climbing. You see, like, there's a camera shot, and so you have this sort of, like, you know, the battlefield is broken and destroyed, and then you turn and look over here on the right. We tilt the camera to the right, and what we see is this mech just, like, sort of lonely and slowly trotting forward, and it's really powerful here. It's interesting too, because that really feels like the job never ends, right? Oh. So right here, there's a really interesting juxtaposition because you have the strings. You have this tension in the strings, whereas the mech, the sort of mechanical sound keeps going. So there's an interesting dichotomy there of like clash between two ideals, or like the situation and the reality, or like the reality of that situation, or I just find that I find the strings matching with the heavy percussive hits there to be really interesting. That's a fun shift. And I think, I also think what's really cool about, what I think is really fun in this like little corner here is like everything kind of comes together in this moment, and it's kind of like, well, we have to, almost as if we're like throwing our ideals out the door, and what we're left with is like, look, this is the situation. Like, yeah, it's, you know, you'd love to be altruistic, but at the end of the day, like, this is what we do, right? We're cleaners, we clean up the messes, we take care of stuff. And so it's almost like you have to reconcile with like the part of you that doesn't want to do that, or doesn't want to be a merc or operating this mech or whatever it is that we're doing, right? Like there's this interesting kind of push and pull, which is really cool. I'm curious about the upcoming video based off the last community post that I can't even remember what it is. It was about Bad Piggies. Yes, it's filmed. Don't worry, it's filmed. All right, Redemption. The second track is my personal favorite and is back to being a more metal track with a modern mech warrior feel. Oh, cool. It's so plaintive. It's sad. Wow, that's gorgeous. Wow. I love the subdivisions there. That's really cool. Wow. That lower bass in the back is amazing. Super, like, just everything is broken, you know, like it's all a mess. It's all falling apart. Incredible track. You're welcome, Gunslinger. Take care of yourself. That's so ferocious. And then having it be discordant at the end is really cool. I mean, like, what a ferocious track. And I love how the whole thing has this, like, visceral quality that just reverberates the whole thing. Like, you feel like you are in this mech and you feel like you are laying waste to everything around you. And there's a kind of measured brutality that exists in that, where the rhythm obviously is always there, but the incredible. I mean, like, it's so simple, and yet it just feels like raw power and raw intensity and raw, just propulsion and energy. Really, really, really good. Really cool. Really cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Okay, so we're moving on to the Tosca tier now. So a little less talking from me, a little bit more listening and hanging out. This is, of course, still the year of Ace Combat, and this is the Journey Home, the Warsaw Philharmonic version. This time we revisit something from 5, listening to this one a lot recently. Lovely piece. I see this is provided by Nextone, so I won't get too excited. Oh my gosh, wow. Starts from within. Oh yeah, that's right. love the trade-off there. Questions you ask your soul. Which way do I go? How fast is too slow? The journey has its times and ends. If a man can fly over an ocean and no mountains get in his way, will he fly on forever, searching for something to be from above? I can see from the heavens. I see the storm raging on, and somewhere in the answer there is a hope to carry on. And I felt beautiful. Things that I learned carry me back to home. The thoughts that I feel planting a seed with time will begin to grow. Wow. The more that I try, the more that I fly, the answer itself will be. Wow. Stunning. That's so sublime. That's so beautiful. What a beautiful rendition. Are you kidding? That's majestic. Wow. Absolutely stunning. Wow. It's so singable. It's such a great track. Oh, thank you for sharing that with me. Didn't expect. I'm sorry I sang along. I didn't mean to do that. But it was fun. Hope it was okay. Ace Combat, Assault Horizon, Rush. The assignment answer was Manic Drums. Yes, it was. What's this, Phrygian mode again we got, chat? I agree. An old person would not have any concept of, like, what do you mean that's from a, what do you mean that's from a plain game? I should play that specific track for a non-gamer. Okay. Oh yes, pick up baby. Okay. I know that motif. That's... Man, this could not be more different than the previous track. Where's this gonna go? To the skies. Jesus. I'm currently not playing really any game outside of streams, to be honest, unfortunately. But it's certainly not abandoned. Although I wasn't crazy about the gameplay. What's up, Kirby? There we go. This is what I was missing. Because it's pretty, like, stagnant. This is nice sound. You know, this one's interesting. I kind of don't like it in the sense that it doesn't really do anything. The drummer goes off really hard and it's really fun to listen to the first time. But then after that, it kind of just is fairly stagnant. I actually found myself wanting to fall asleep, which is weird because I usually I love face combat, but for whatever reason, that particular, it was cool. Like, it was cool. But I also didn't. It's interesting. It's interesting. The drumming was sick. I mean, there was lots to like, but it didn't catch me. Trial of Ether from Alabaster Dawn. I'll let it speak for itself. Cool. Yeah, I appreciate the manic drums. You definitely had that. Oh, wow. What? This is the music to Alabaster Dawn? Jeez. Yeah. Oh my god, it sounds like Joe Hisaishi. That's crazy. I mean, that's kind of like a tone poem, isn't it? It's telling its own story. There's no like cohesion necessarily. Like everything's kind of flowing in its own way. It's like if you didn't have visuals, you can imagine like the corners, you know, everything turning as it is, right? Everything happening on screen kind of exists in its own dimension. That's a very clean. It's very, it almost feels impressionistic. There's a lot of impressionism in there. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Hollow Knight Silk Song, Red Maiden, the updated version of Hornet's theme from the first Hollow Knight. For comparison, the original... Oh, okay. The original is this one. Isn't this some... Yeah, that's right. This track. The bane of my existence. Let's listen to Red Maiden. Wow. Shaw! Okay, cool. Where's the... Okay. Do I like meatballs? Yes. Wow, it's very similar but different. It's definitely a variation on a theme in a big way. There we go. No. Okay. Huh. I was hoping we would really lean into the motif. I was hoping we'd really lean into the motif of the original. Especially because the original... So that's the original. That's cool. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Well, she's different. You know, there's a maturity in that. There's this is a Hollow Knight Silk Song and Hollow Knight. There's a growth in that I think is apparent. Like it's richer. Obviously, it's a richer texture. It's a richer color. There's also more of a sense of sort of shedding the weight of the past and really owning yourself, right? Especially when you compare them back to back. Like the first one feels like it has more to prove, whereas the second one there's less melodic inference, so there's more stillness in it, and there's more poise. It's actually pretty genius. I mean, I like the more melodic version of it, but I think like sonorally, I think that the mix there is so beautiful in the new one. It's really cool. Really beautiful. Point of No Return from Escatos. A banger from a game from an obscure Japanese gaming console back in 2011, and that came out in the US, Europe in 2015. It's weird to have an OST like that for a spaceship shooter style game this late in the 2010s, but it actually makes the OST more modern and interesting. Okay, let's check it out. So this is Escatos Point of No Return. Cool. Hey, Vanya. Escatos. Man, that's so much fun. Ba, ba, ba. Man, this goes so hard on a gym playlist though. Ba, ba, bo, ba, dee, da, da, dee, da, dee, da. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, I'm gonna buy the game. I already bought it. Man, what a treat, dude. That was so much fun. I think it's a little long, obviously, at 6 minutes. I mean, it does loop, so I think we probably could have, cut it down. I think like if I was going to present that to somebody, I'd probably shorten it. But I would love to play that at the gym. That's an amazing track. Ridge Racer has an extremely solid soundtrack, including its arrangements. So I thought I'd feature it this time. This one is quite jazzy, unlike most other Ridge Racer tracks. So it sounds more like Gran Turismo, probably. This is Light Groove. Whoa. Sounds like mixed meter. Yeah, it's great. Great track, though. Ooh. Wow. Wow, the upper piano is awesome. Wow. Man, I love this track. I put this on at the gym too. I gotta make another racing game video, honestly. Screamer's great. I can't play any of it because of the copyright situation. Amazing. Love that track. Thank you very much. That was so much fun. The Lamplighters League, Going Loud. Here's the main battle theme of a smaller tactics game that nails the pulpy adventure feel. Yeah, I've heard some of this. This is very good. It's super lame, I agree. Ooh, yeah, this is John Everest. He's so good. Beautiful saxophone in the back. Wow. That's cool. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool that it's like it's it's interesting because it's kind of subdued, but the pulsation there, there's a constant like sense of pressure, right? There's a constant sense of momentum. I find that to be very interesting because it is always driving forward, but there is this kind of sound in the back of like things falling apart. Even though going loud means taking action and getting into it, it's really a beautiful piece. Monster Hunter Tri, Usurpers of the Solitary Island, Dos Yagye. My first Monster Hunter game. This was a tough one because the whole OST is just so different to other Monster Hunter music we hear in World and Wilds, but I had two choices. This is the boat shop theme. I chose this one due to nostalgia, and I heard this track so many times. All hail Great Jaggi, oot, 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 oot. Hell yeah. Wow. That is genuinely crazy. Wow, that is amazing. Not something I expected. Definitely extremely unique in the space and really, really fun.
Cheers to 40 months, Marco.
Oh my God,
Glad
Matthew.
I'm finally able to catch a stream.
Hi.
Markham 55 kaboom.
Wow, 40 months. That's insane. Thank you so much. That's crazy. You guys are so thoughtful and generous. It's really something else. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Leighton Brothers Mystery Room. Case conclusion, the truth exposed. I feel that this theme translates the satisfaction of cornering culprits into sound quite well. And then it loops at 150. Yeah, it definitely does. Oh, not the wakadu, 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 wakadu. Hey, Ethos, how are you? Wow, cool. Ba, 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 ba. Wow. Cool. Wow, that solo just emerges out of nowhere. It's amazing. It was very much in line with Cowboy Bebop to me, where it's interesting how jazz can be used as this device to showcase, like, there's a lot of tracks in Cowboy Bebop where it feels like you're running, Piano Black as an example. There's a few others that I can't recall the names of, where you're chasing down bad guys, and it really feels like they were like throwing down the boxes in front of you as you're trying to run, and you're hopping over them. It's very like 70s, spy thriller, but excellent use of different solos, and exchanging those solos. It's really, really, really satisfying, and fun, really, really fun. I really enjoyed that. Really, really delightful. Guys, quick question. I've been up since 3:30 in the morning. I'm running a little bit out of gas. I'm kind of hoping with the help of Tom that we can, since I'm not going to Gamescom at the end of the month anymore, I'm hoping that maybe we could split the rest of these songs into next week and then shift the schedule like we normally do. Normally we listen to about 17 to 20 tracks or so on these streams, but I'm hoping that we can actually reset the rest of the schedule. Tom, I don't know if you're here, but just a thought. And if you guys would be okay with it, if not, I can keep going. It's fine. I want to make sure that I'm actually saying things instead of being like, wow, that was great, or that sounded fun. We would be assholes if we said no. Well, no, but to be fair, thank you for the unk alert. What was I doing late? No, I went to bed at 10, but I got up at 3:30. But yeah, I was hoping if you guys wouldn't mind that we just like adjust the schedule, just so I can go lay down. Yes, please stream on the 28th. Yes, okay. Yeah, I happily can, because that was going to be the weekend I was supposed to be in Germany, so I would have clearly powered through. But you just sent me money, is what you just did. Thank you. Hate when I ask for large fries and get a medium. But yeah, if that's okay, I know that we still have Poison Zero, Bam, Optic, Emshin, AFK, and Hylian. I do apologize, but I feel like I want to make sure that I'm really at least saying something interesting at the end, and I'm kind of zoning out here a little bit. So my old bones, bro. And I will talk to Tom so that we can shift the schedule and make sure that everyone gets heard and we distribute it the way we normally do. So I really appreciate you guys as always. Thank you so much. I also streamed a ton this week, so I'm gonna go lay down and just take a nap. So I really appreciate you guys. And I think it would be easier if I hadn't obviously also had a stream at 7 a.m. So okay. Thank you so much for understanding, and I'll talk to you guys on Monday. Also, just for the record, I'm starting Kill a Kill on Monday over on patreon.com/Marco Meatball. and that starts on Monday. Yeah, we'll clear through the rest of Patreon next week. On Tuesday, we'll have our community Let's Play. I'm sorry, community listen. See, I can't even talk. And then Monday, we'll be back with Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. So have a great weekend, guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you on Monday, okay? Bye. Be so well. See you guys later. Bye.